It's on here. That's all that matters for me. As long as I can see, I'm happy. Okay, let me go through the salary and wages again. Okay, I'm going to do, please, can we stop talking? Can we stop talking? Can we stop talking? So, salary and wages. If I think of my trial balance, the things that can be in the trial balance for salary and wages is the following things. I have a balance sheet and I've got a nominal. In the balance sheet, they can have creditors. Now remember, everything I do for salaries is also applicable to wages. Okay? So I've got creditors for salaries, I've got payee, I've got pension fund, I've got UIF, I've got SDL, I've got medical aid. Right. So these things are literally balance sheet accounts, meaning they are liabilities. Now when is something a liability? It's a liability if we owe them. Okay? So it means if you find in the balance sheet there's not a creditor for salary there, then it means I've paid this guy. If there's a payee, say there's a payee of 2,000, then it means I still need to pay such 2,000 from previous transactions. I haven't paid him yet. You see? So in other words, what do the balance sheet section tell you? If it's on the credit side, it tells you what you owe. So if it's not there, I don't owe. Okay. In the nominal section, I'm going to have salaries. And you have to remember, this is your gross. Remember, creditors for salaries is your net. Okay. So this is your gross. And most of the times, especially if we move towards grade 12 papers, it will just be salaries because they actually include the contributions in the salary. Okay? The other option is there can be salaries and employers' contributions. Okay?
That is not visible.
Is it not visible? It's not visible at all. But I can see it, so that's all that worries. So they can have salaries and employer contributions. Okay? So if there's amounts in there, it will be on the debit side. Okay? So let's say salaries is 30, then here 301. Then instead it would be here 301. You get what I'm saying? Or they can say salaries, pension fund contribution, 300,000, 1,000. Can you see the three different options? So the one is everything, the gross and the contributions. So this is the gross and the contributions is inside the word salary. The second option is they can have salary separate from employers' contributions. But if there's a pension fund contribution and a medical aid contribution, then they will show it all together as one. This you don't see often. Third option is they show the salary, the gross, and each contribution separately. That's how it is in the previous exercise. Okay, so what I need you to understand, information that I get here, you must be able to read it. So, if I look at this nominal and there's figures in there, what I need you to understand with if it's here, it means it's been posted. Okay, and how does the posting work? So the posting works like this. On the one side, let's say this is my nominal side. On the nominal side, I'll have my salary. And I'll have all the contributions. Okay. Let's say there's a pension fund contribution and there's a medical aid contribution, for instance. Okay, it can be UIF as well, and so forth and so forth. Okay. On the balance sheet side, I will have everything I owe. So creditors for salaries, which in the end would be the net. I have my pension fund. I have my medical aid. I'm not going to do every single one. I see I have pension, I have SARS there as well, payee. Now if I transfer balances here now, it looks like this. My salary, let's do it separately. So my salary has got a balance of 300,000. My pension fund contribution has a balance of 1,000. So I'm doing this example. Okay. My balance sheet, I only have a balance for payee, 2,000. So if I look at this, I know these things have been recorded. This is what I still owe. So your balance sheet shows you what you didn't pay. Okay. Now they come with a question and they say, oh, you know what? There's this lady. She's on maternity leave. Nee? But you know what? In our business, we pay people on maternity leave their full salary for 2 months or 3 months or whatever. But the bookkeeper forgot to post excess information. So meaning, you will not find it here in the trial balance. And you also won't find it in your T's. So this is now information that you bring forward about this one girl who's gone. And you say her gross is, I'm going to make it small amount so that my life isn't difficult, 200 Rand. She has a payee of 50. She has a medical aid of 20. And she's got a pension of 20. Extra to that, we contribute Rand for Rand, pension fund, 2 Rand for 1 Rand, medical aid. So what do I know now? These things are not taken into account here. So, what am I going to do? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add it, her gross. I'm adding the gross. Okay. So, now, what am I going to do next? I'm going to add payee. But can you see, it's not a contribution. The things that's here, these things here, are deductions. It's got nothing nominal because it's already included in that 200. So now I go to the balance sheet. I need to add to payee. Sorry, not a lot of space. I need to add to medical aid and I need to add to pension fund. So, payee 50 bucks, medical aid 20 bucks, pension fund 20 bucks. You guys with me? But it's not just that which is not recorded. The contributions is not recorded as well. Now the contributions, I now need to know, oh, you know what? The contributions is the contribution makes the fund more. Because it all goes to the same fund. So the contribution, Rand for Rand pension, 2 for 1 medical aid, ne? So I'm going to put it there. Oh, sorry. Her rand for rand is 20. Sorry. 20. So now I owe the pension fund 40. I owe the medical aid 60. I owe SARS 2050. What do I owe X? So what's her salary going to be? Her salary will be this 200 less the 50 less the 20 less the 20. So it's going to be 110.
Yes.
And can you see if I take the 110, the orange, if I take the orange, the 110, the 20 and the 50, it gives you the 200. Because that's what sponsors it. You guys got it? So, if that thick sentence at the bottom wasn't there in question 3, if this is all the info, if I go now to my income statement, I would show salary 300,200. I would show pension fund contribution 1020. I would show medical aid 40. You get it? When I go to the balance sheet, to payables, what will I show? Salary, what will I say? Creditors for salary 110. Pension fund 40, medical aid 60, SARS 2050. If I haven't paid my workers yet, can you see I would have had a balance in creditors for salaries? But I didn't, meaning everybody's paid up to date. Now I put an extra sentence there that changes everything. And that sentence says that X have been paid. X is paid. Ne? So, do I owe? And not just X is paid, they say everything regarding X have been paid. So in other words, SARS was paid that 50. Medical aid was paid the 60. Pension paid fund was paid the 40. The creditor, she was just that, is not paid. Sorry, I was saying wrong. X was not paid, but all the funds were paid what she owes them. Okay? Can you see now nothing is changing with my income statement? Right? But if I go to the balance sheet, what's the only ones that's going to go in now? I'm going to thick black it. Is that 110?
And the 2000.
And the 2000. Can you see? The 50 is cancelled out. That's all. Do you understand what's happening now to questions? You might think you do, but it's important to go through it again to make sure you do.